everybody, it's Safi and Marco. Dish out on movies, the only movie reviews on either movie knows food. It's just Marco here today, and I'm here. I totally didn't just have a disaster commentary where I tried doing a fan request, a viewer request commentary for I forgot what the movie's called. That's not good. Queen of Hearts. I tried doing it and it just did not work. It was an embarrassment. It was, I didn't like it. And it failed at what it was trying to do, which is like, I'll talk about it on the review. But anyways, I'm gonna watch Matilda instead because I don't know, just something made me watch it instead. I don't know. I got the feeling something is making me, attracting me to it, to watching this instead of watching Queen of Hearts anymore. So it's a drunk commentary. I already got my 1985 Voodoo Ranger IPA. Here it's starting. Oh, finally a good film. It'd probably be really funny. Drunk. We got this. That's what he said to Matilda. That was savage. Harry! Oh shit! He's gonna run those kids over! He's Pet Cemetery! Look, they forgot about her! Oh! I know how to take care of myself when I'm 22. Come on. This is sort of like a stage play, the way that it's like, I don't know how to describe it. She was left alone. That was how she liked it. They didn't even lock the door. This movie would have turned out very differently if there was someone who knew that she lived there and they just waited for the parents to leave. It's not very, that would have been a different movie entirely. I would have had Denzel Washington talking about the little things in it. She gotta have flowers while she eats pancakes. They didn't even kiss! Hey, hold on! Hey! They didn't even... What was that? They didn't even kiss! What a fake couple! What a fake couple! What a shitty... Look at that! Look at that! They're not even kissing! Danny Devito did a terrible job. Look at that! What was that? They They like air kissed like they were too scared of COVID to kiss in this 1990s movie. Look at that! I just burped. This movie's really funny too. Hey, Safi.
There is no other. There is no Imperial.
There's no Imperial?
No, it's experimental.
You get experimental too.
Well, I'll get one more.
I know, just one more. Well, the movie was so bad,
You're already done with it?
no, I had to change it because I could not do a commentary for it. It was not a movie you would do a commentary for.
Why?
Because it's really slow and boring, and you can't really say anything besides, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. I thought it said it'd have 4 different kinds in the box. On the box.
No, it's 3.
Oh, what a ripoff.
I think it's 1985.
Experimental and then the regular.
Voodoo Ranger.
Well, the regular tastes like envelope glue. You know, like when you lick an envelope?
Yeah,
That's what it tastes like.
that's very good. They shouldn't have this anymore.
So that was probably one of the worst kisses I've ever seen on film. So this bitch just fucking put fish fingers in the microwave, waiting to be microwaved, and they're gonna sit and thaw out all day until she wants to eat, and that's all she gets to eat the whole day? Fish fingers? No vegetable or anything? I mean, come on. I mean, at least she could have... I'm giving the Wormwoods too much credit, to be honest. This woman looks like George Washington or something. And one thing about this movie that I have to take issue with is that they try to make librarians look nice, like nice people. That's not very necessarily the case. In my high school, the librarians were complete cunts, and they would always get mad because you didn't have your student ID. They would give you detentions for literally moving your chair. Like, if you had if you just liked to move around a lot, you didn't like to sit still, and you moved your chair, they give you detention. They were not nice George Washington like this woman. And now, I was always confused about this scene as a kid because Michael says, "Give me the cookies!" And she's like, "Yeah." And it's like, this kid's eating Chips Ahoy for breakfast? I mean, to be honest, I only did that a couple of times, and it was as a teenager. I would eat... Okay. I'm going to be honest now. One time I ate cookies and cream private selection ice cream for breakfast. And it's honestly because breakfast is really hard. It's really hard to find a good breakfast because eggs kind of make me sick over time. The texture, the smell. I really love protein bars, eating like a Power Crunch protein, but I ate private selection cookies and cream, and it made me so sick that I couldn't even go to school. Because I don't know, I had already had food poisoning or something, and it had aggravated it, and so, yeah, I gotta confess that. Another couple of times for breakfast. One time, okay, let's talk about this one. One time I was watching Smallville, and I made chocolate chip pancakes. And then I put ice cream on top of that. Oh my god. And syrup. That was delicious. Another few times, I would eat either butter pecan ice cream or vanilla ice cream with peanut butter. That's a little secret there. Nobody really does that, I don't think, but I would do that once in a while. But other than that, I mean, just like eating Chips Ahoy cookies for breakfast. What a strange. But the thing is, honestly, like Matilda, she's eating cereal for breakfast. To be honest, cereal isn't that far from cookies. I mean, cereal is as sugary as cookies. So. Oh wait, she's eating waffles. That's even worse. I mean, waffles, and she's drinking orange juice. I mean, orange juice and waffles, that is just as sugary as cookies. Another thing, too, is, like, I would like to see a sequel to Matilda. None of the people from Matilda have died. Danny Devito is still around. Danny DeVito needs to direct more because he's a really good director. Ugh. You know what? Experimental IPA is better than regular. I don't know what taste it is because it doesn't really have any discernible flavor. But it's somehow better than regular IPA. I mean, it's funny. It's definitely funny. That's one of the funnier. This movie is so funny too. Like, whenever those bargain bin critics, like the nostalgia critic, whenever they say like this Matilda's really dark, Matilda's really dark, I'm like, what movie were you watching? Like Matilda's hilarious. It's a funny movie. It is not dark at all. I mean, it's dark in terms of the villain is evil as fuck. Oh, here it is. They don't show it enough. Danny DeVito, what was on this dessert tray? You really should tell me. Okay. Come on, I want to get through the scene. I think another failure is the fact that when they have Rhea Perlman, when they have her fall over, she falls onto salad, and I think that was a mistake. They should have had her fall on like soup or something that would have had a bigger mess. And then the dad, he falls on salad too. So I mean, I guess we got tiramisu, we got like a blueberry pie, we got like a strawberry pie. What else? Rewind. This is very important. It's like the Zapruder film. We gotta slow it down so we can see what really happened. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, so what is that? What the fuck is that? Danny DeVito, you gotta let me know what this was, because I don't know what the fuck I am looking at. There's this, like, very bizarre looking Oreo cake. There's this weird cake that looks like a pie that looks like a savory pie. There's, what is that? Okay, at least but the thing is, he falls on the dad falls face first on the desserts, but we don't get to see him getting fucked up on these desserts. We don't get to see those desserts making a mess. We just see the impact and then quick cut away. That's disappointing. Yeah, I really don't know. The desserts, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't even know what kind of cake that is that Michael has that made a mess all over him. I mean, it kind of looks like carrot cake, I guess. And of course, I will not be the figure of ridicule. I love this wide-angle lens. Did you guys see what the dad was doing? I mean, let's see if we can see what that dinner was. It's obviously a oven dinner, but I can't see what it is. I mean, it looks like pancakes with syrup on it and a cherry or something. But the dad's sitting there. He takes his fork and knife, and what the fuck was he doing? He took his fork and knife, and he wrestled around with the plastic wrap, and then he paused and he looks over at Matilda. It's like, what was he even gonna do there? Like, what was he doing with that plastic wrap? And let's see that again. Danny, this is really exposing you as a director. I mean, this is really bad. He's got this TV dinner in front of him. I don't even know what this TV dinner is. It does not look like a meal. It looks weird. That's another thing. What was the TV dinners? Because I don't even know what it was. I don't even know. But he takes the fork and knife. Okay, so he scoots the table close to him, which that's good. Okay, I think that was a good choice. But then he puts his fork and knife in the plastic wrap, and he goes up and down like he's gonna do something, like he's gonna cut up the plastic wrap or something. I mean, what the fuck? And Matilda just looks like, shut your light up. Let's see it again. Yeah, I mean, guys, to put it in perspective, the plastic wrap isn't even covering anything. The plastic wrap is already off of the food, and so he's literally putting his fork and knife in the plastic wrap, even though the plastic wrap is off of the food. Why is he putting his fork and knife in the plastic wrap? There's no reason. What are the mom and son doing? Let's see that. The son's already eating, so that's good. Okay, the mom's putting her glasses on, so okay. But, I mean, that fork and knife going through the fucking plastic wrap. That was really bad choreography. I mean, that was really dumb. Come on, let's get to the joke. I love this movie. I gotta say that. Like, even though I'm making fun of it, I really love this movie. Matilda. We got it. Moby, what? Evil. He's an evil father, for sure. It's always fun. She threw him out the window, bruh. If she... I don't care if this bitch has been in the Olympics. I don't care. If she threw a kid out the window, the school would have been shut the fuck down. I don't care how evil the parents are in this universe. I don't care how mean everyone is. I don't care. There's no way in hell that there would be a school on Earth, unless it was like a corrupt conspiracy thing where they wanted children to be abused. There's no way in hell that a kid would be able to be thrown out the fucking window. She would have been sent to prison in 2 seconds. And this chokey thing. I mean, God, she is fucking evil. I love how evil she is, though. I mean, I love how she's like an actual evil villain. She's not like one of those fake villains we have nowadays where it's like, oh, that person's not a villain, they're just misunderstood. You know, like Cruella and all that shit. Just imagine if they made a movie for Trunchbull. Trunchbull was abused as a kid, so it's perfectly okay what she's doing. Are you a pig, Amanda? No, Miss Trunchbull. Do I allow pigs in my school? Thinks pigs are sweet. Your mommy is a twit. But. Oh shit. I mean, this is not. I've seen teachers as bad as Trunchbull. There's no way in hell. I mean, she's. This is physical assault. This is assault and battery or whatever the fuck. This would never be allowed. And you know, another thing too is the fact that, oh shit. That bitch could have died. I'm on my last one now. I'm on 1985 times 4. Fourth one. And right there, you see, right there, I will say that this movie kind of destroyed itself right there because, sorry guys, but this movie, you know, number one, a student was just physically assaulted by a faculty member. Where are all the other faculty members? Where is Miss Honey? Miss Honey, you fucking bitch. Why are you letting this woman abuse children? Like, I don't care how nice and sweet she is. I don't care the fact that she's been in Californication season 3. She is allowing abuse to happen. Where are all the other teachers? Why do we never get to see any of the other teachers too? Like, can't I just see another teacher and just see like how evil all the other teachers are? That's a huge flaw. Another flaw is the fact that they just cheered that on. Later on in the film, what happens when they cheer on Bruce Bogtrotter when he eats the chocolate cake? What did she do when they cheered on the chocolate cake competition? She made them fucking copy from the dictionary for hours after school. So you're telling me that now, all of a sudden, like, after they're cheering on the pigtail girl, you're telling me that she's not gonna punish people for cheering her on? That's bullshit. So this movie is already fucking... It's got some flaws. I found some flaws. I mean, that is a legitimate flaw. That is an inconsistency. Now let's watch. I am gonna watch this movie very closely. Here's Miss Honey, and she's perfectly fine with the abuse going on. She's scared. Oh, she's scared. She's scared. It's a woman. You can go to the police if society is so sexist. You can go to the patriarch police and tell them, I got this bitch named Trunchbull and she's in school abusing children. I don't know how this bitch hasn't been sent to prison yet, but let's send this fat bitch to prison. She is abusing children. And now that was some shitty dialogue too. Miss Honey had a deep dark secret, but it has caused great pain. She did not let it interfere with her teaching. See, that was very feminazi of this movie to say, because it's like, that's complete bullshit. She is allowing children to be abused because she is scared of the Trunchbull killing her. That is directly related to her secret, and so therefore she is interfering with her teaching. That is complete bullshit. She has to change up her entire classroom when Trunchbull comes in to make her weekly visits or whatever the fuck to teach the class. She lets Trunchbull teach the class for her. That's literally interfering with her teaching. Excuse me. God, sometimes... Word of the day is butterfly? What the fuck is that? Word of the day is butterfly? Butterfly is a noun. Butterfly is a thing. What kid doesn't know the word butterfly? Why did you do that? Danny, the details matter. The devil is in the details, and you should have been too. You should have been doing your job directing. Butterfly is the word of the day? You should have had the word of the day be... bitch. I mean, this bitch has an obsession with bugs and insects and flying things. She's... Whoa. You know what, though? Have you seen what that one girl looks like now, though? The black one. Have you seen her now? Wow, that girl. That's what I said when I saw her, what she looks like now. Wow. I read some books at the library. You like to read? Yes. I love to read. What do you like to read? Everything. Charles Dickens. And we never get any evidence of her reading Charles Dickens. You'd think that would play into the plot somehow. You'd think someone her age, she would make references to Charles Dickens books. There would be some sort of parallel to Charles Dickens. No, of course not. We got this workbook. She's not even doing the workbook right. I can see. Let's check that one out too. Let's watch this shit. Open it. That's what. Cheat! What a cheat! Oh God, I caught you, Matilda. You are due for detention because I just saw you cheating. Oh, what were you doing there? You were cheating. Oh my God, she skipped over an entire page. Oh shit, I'm spilling. Oh, ow, it's cold, it's really cold. It's so cold. Oh God, I'm spilling more. But look, guys, these are easy details. Shit. I spilled all over myself. Fuck. But look, she opens it up, and it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She finished the first page in 7 seconds. Now, obviously, it would be easy to believe if it was like addition, subtraction, multiplication. You know, like if it was, I don't know what the workbook is, they're not showing the workbook. Come on. I mean, we've earned that. We know that she's smart, so just show us the workbook. I mean, come on. They made an actual workbook, but she finishes the first page, and then she skips the entire second page and flips over, and then she fills out the bottom of the third page without filling out the top part of the third page. This Matilda, bitch, you are a cheater. You're a cheater. You need to go in the chokey. Oh shit, I don't want the subtitles on. Somehow the subtitles turns on. Head mistress. Okay. Why is she called the head mistress? Why? Almost got you. That was funny. I love this movie, but oh. Now you gotta love, she's got pictures of kids that she's throwing darts at. I mean, that is some evil shit. See, you don't have to have stuff actually shown a lot. You just have to show stuff like that. Let's analyze her room. She's got this weird African tribal mask right next to her door. It's very creepy looking. It's got like these sharp teeth. There's like a gargoyle statue. This is cool. I really like the set design in this movie. Yeah. Let's see what else. And she's got like this huge bird or hawk with these wings that are spanned out. They're spread out really wide. Like Psycho. And now we're going to get the great line. Her father just sees a real what? And she's like, oh, what? And she's a very sweet girl and very bright. A bright child. And this is really funny. I mean, come on. Why do you guys say that this is dark? This isn't dark. So good. I spilled more. Perspiration! I gotta take issue. Hey, 1 second, baby. 6 hours in school. That is not accurate. Let me tell you something, guys. I would get on the bus at 6:30. The bus would take me to school, and I would arrive at school at like 7. And I would sit until 7:45. And then I would get out at school at like 2:45. That is way more than 6 hours. And then if I rode the bus home, that would be all the way until like 4 o'clock, basically. So, what are we talking about here? 6 hours a day? I mean, I don't think so, baby! She can't say damn, she has to say that darn thing. That darn cat? Is that what that movie was called? That damn cat? That darn cat? Where's that darn cat? Where's that darn cat? Damn cat? Is the damn cat? Is the damn cat? Darn cat? Cat. But what is this guy doing to his hair anyways? Like, can someone explain that? Because, like, I never really got it. Like, some of the stuff, like, I appreciate the fact that, like, they're... God, we got an hour left. Fuck. It's gonna be a long video. And now, I gotta take issue with the fact that Mrs. Wormwood thinks that she looks hotter than Miss Honey. I mean, to be honest, Miss Honey chose looks and books compared to Mrs. Wormwood. I mean, Mrs. Wormwood looks fake. She looks... I mean, you can smell her. I mean, you can smell what she would smell like. She would smell like old people. She is not attractive. Miss Honey is. So I think that is a complete bullshit lie. She's saying, you chose books, I chose looks. That's not true. ABCs. But that hippie comment is outdated. Nobody's gonna know what that comment means. So that comment, I mean, that comment just doesn't make sense if you think about it, because that comment in the 60s, people who didn't want to fight in the Vietnam War, they would join college, so they didn't have to fight in the Vietnam War. And so that's what that comment is referring to. But the thing is that there's no indication at all that Mr. Wormwood, played by Danny Devito, there is no indication that he fought in the Vietnam War. And that's what he would have had to have done, maybe, if he was in that time period and he was drafted. So, what the fuck is up with that? He would have had to have fought in the Vietnam War. So he since he didn't go to college, so they didn't have any indication of that. I think that is a flaw, indeed. Because since he says that, you know, that gives you a good insight into, like, the character, but it doesn't really work because it's not effective, because there's no indication that Mr. Wormwood fought in the Vietnam War, and yet he had to have if he made a comment like that. You gotta love Matilda's face. She was really scared. But this midget Danny DeVito was gonna do something to hurt Miss Honey. Hey, come on, baby! Oh, what's that book? What? No, wait. Wait, Miss Honey. Wait, Miss Honey. Let's show the book. What is that? The Wind of the Willows. What is that book? I always wondered, like, what is that book? Maybe the... I mean, I know for sure that Matilda didn't have to read this book since she's not the character, but the actress who played Miss Honey, please enlighten me. What book is that? The Wind of the Willows. They have, I will say, huge flaws of this movie is that they have a hard time staying on things that they need to stay on. They cut way too much. That's a huge. They cut way too early, so you don't have time to process things. I wanted to know what that book is. I mean, what is that book? I mean, it looked weird. It looked interesting. I want to read it. I gotta admit, guys, I imagine doing a Matilda commentary where I would eat an entire chocolate cake. And that would be the challenge of the commentary, is that I gotta eat an entire chocolate cake like Bruce Bogtrotter does in this movie. Oh, who played? So we got Kiami Dayavelli, Kamali Dayavelli played Lavender. Michael Valentine played Nigel Hicks. They gave him a name. They gave him a full name, even though it's not his head. Pam Ferris played Trunchbull. What else? Who played else too? Jimmy Cos played Bruce Beck. Kevin Spitzer, Marlon Dugan. No, not Marlon. Marion Dugan played Cookie. I remember Cookie. Do you remember Cookie? How many bites does it take to get to the center of a cookie? Let's find out, baby. Let's go. What's up? Beat me. This is incredible. I might have to do another commentary of this movie with Safi, because this movie's just too good. This movie's so good. This movie's perfect. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I know it's supposed to rate a movie. It's sort of in terms of food, I would rate this movie fried chicken sandwich, baby. Fried chicken sandwich with a corn chowder surprise. Fried chicken. Bros, bog trotter. He's a vicious sneak thief. I'll be the sneak thief. Wait, where did she describe it, baby? Let's see, what did she say? What? He slithered like a serpent. Now, I call bullshit on that. How is this fat fuck Bruce Bogtrotter gonna slither like a serpent? That is complete fabrication. Trunchbull, you are a lying cunt. You liar! He's not slithering anywhere, baby! I mean, she could have said that he walked like a leopard and slept like a poplar and got in the pancake. But instead, she said she slithered like a serpent to get my personal snack! I just love she calls it a snack, even though it's clearly that huge fucking piece of cake that she eats later on in the film. That is clearly a dessert, you fucking lying fat bitch. You lying fat Olympic wanting bitch. It looks scrumptious, but how your mom's bedroom. Bog. She called him Bog. I mean, that's another thing. Why did she call him Bog? I mean, come on, why'd she call him Bog? I mean, what's she call him Bog? 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 And now her holding that knife, you know, why is that supposed to scare us? I mean, we don't... Ah! It would have been so much scarier if we had known that she was a killer before, but instead, she's just holding a knife. And it's like, why is that scary? Like, she's holding a knife, so what? I mean, she's... They got cake in front of them. They got cake. You cut cake with a knife. Like, that's not scary. You'd have to be retarded to think that that was scary. And that cake looks really good. Boys, what did that bitch say? This random bitch says spoys? What did she say? Spoys? Wait. Hey. Just turned off again. Come on, Matilda, baby! I gotta see what she says. Spoys? What? What is spoys? Come on, okay. But yeah, like, I'll definitely do another commentary. I will definitely do another commentary where I actually eat a full chocolate cake. And probably puke, hopefully. Okay. It's... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She was supposed to say it's poison? That did not sound like it's poison at all. Even if you said it's poison. You know, even if you tried as much as you could to, like, just go, like, poison, it's like you still say that "in" at the end. You know, you don't say it's boys, it's boys, it's boys. That's what this bitch says. That was not good directing, Danny. You should have told her to say it's poison. Say the "in." Say the "in." I never understood that until I put on the subtitles right now. And I've seen this movie 50 times. Now, you gotta love the fact that the actor, he ate all this cake while Trunchbull was getting off in the background. Look at that. He's licking his fingers. I mean, that's creepy. I'm falling out. Let's have some more. Cookie! Oh my god, Cookie is so ugly! Oh! Cookie looks so ugly! Confection! Entire confection! Lunch. She's scratching herself. Did you see that, guys? This crack whore Cookie is scratching herself. Look at her. Oh shit, he's got that whole cake to eat. Yeah, Bruce Bogtrotter isn't gonna get through this. Oh shit. Poor Brucey. Poor Brucey, this lavender says. He's grabbing chunks of it, stuffing it in his fat face. This scene's epic. This is the greatest scene of ever. They are cheering him on. And why wasn't Matilda targeted? I mean, Matilda is the one who started the cheering. No matter what. Trunchbull should have seen Matilda charted the cheering Matilda should have been the one who was punished. Clearly. She punishes all these kids for cheering. And yet, earlier on in the film, when they're cheering for Pigtail Girl, they don't punish, she doesn't punish them at all. That is a clear plot hole. Another thing, I got water. Thank God. Water's not gonna help. I am fucked up. I am fucked up with God because this movie's about to be exposed. Irritating substances. It's a newt. Genius traitorous. It secretes irritating substances. Like yo mama. Yo mama secretes irritating substances. Bitch. What would? See, look, you can't tell me that this bitch isn't interfering. Look at this. This changed the whole dynamic of the classroom. The classroom is a completely different classroom. It's now bowing down to Trunchbull. That is complete bullshit. It's not interfering with her teaching. It is literally revolving her teaching. Let's look at the rules. No laughing. No whispering. No gum chewing, no late homework, no running in halls, no pigtails, no eating, no coloring, no praying. Well, wait a second, no praying? You can't have praying in any schools because it's against the First Amendment. So why is that a rule? No laughing, no whispering, no gum chewing, no late homework. No running in the halls. No pigtails. No eating. No coloring. But the praying, you can do anyway, baby! Let's see. Now let's look at this. Miss Honey is like, where the fuck is Matilda? Where's Matilda? I care about. Now the class has started. Lavender was trying to get my attention, but I didn't care then. But I care now because it's like class has started and where's Matilda? This bitch Miss Honey, she doesn't care about other children being abused unless she's a smart girl. If it's a smart girl, it's like, oh shit, the smart girl's being abused. But then when it comes to Lavender and all the other kids, it's like, who cares if they're being abused and thrown out the window and have spikes shoved up their asses? Who cares about that because Matilda's smart? Sit down, you squirming woman vomit. You're damn right, Trunchbull. Tell them to go. If you are having fun, what's that sign say? That other sign say. Now this bitch, Miss Honey, now before class started, this bitch had, what's this bitch's name? What's this blonde bitch's name? Amanda Thrip! She doesn't have any last name, apparently. Let's look. Oh, wait, she does. Jacqueline Steiger. Amanda Thrip! But Amanda had pigtails before class started, which she was told not to do. And so Miss Honey had to take time out of her day. She is a teacher. She had to take time out of her day to get rid of the pigtails, to unpigtail her hair. Now I'm asking you, baby, why did Amanda have her hair become pigtailed at home? Why is it that her hair is pigtailed and then she comes to school and then she has to unpigtail it. I mean, isn't that kind of asinine, baby? She should not have her hair pigtailed at all if it's a rule. Why is it two? Why is it two? Why is it two? Why is it two? Why is it that pigtails are the only type of hairstyle that is not allowed? I want to know that, because that could be like a good plot point. Like, you know, like, why is it that that's the only hairstyle? Why is it that boys can't have spiky hair? Why is it that boys can have afros? Boys can have anything. Why is it that girls can have afros too? You know, why is it just pigtails that she's picking on in this movie? So it's like pigtails is the only hairstyle. But the thing is that she came to school with pigtails. That means that this girl's parents, that means either she didn't tell them about the pigtail breaking rule, or the parents don't care about the pigtail breaking rule. And so whose decision is it to do the pigtails? Is this bitch giving herself pigtails in the morning before she goes to school? Is she that intelligent advanced? It can't be. It's gotta be her parents. So, is her mom giving her pigtails at home before school, even though she's not? Oh, I need to take a wee wee. You know, I gotta take a wee wee, baby. I gotta take a wee wee, but I mean, what else was Amanda Thripp in? Because they're showing this weird picture. She was born in December 26, 1986, in Reseda, California, as Jacqueline Lynn Straker. She is an actress known for Matilda, Beautiful, and Dennis the Menace Strikes Again. Oh no, Amanda Thripp! And they call her as Amanda Thripp! Amanda Thripp! Amanda Thripp! Amanda Thripp! Amanda Thripp! You are in trouble! And you are going to be punished for your pigtail conduct! Baby! Let's see. Now this scene's gonna be really funny. The Mrs. D, Mrs. R, Mrs. Tampa, the Mrs. D, Mrs. O, Mrs. Fuck, Mrs. Bitch, Mrs. R, Mrs. S, Mrs. Fuck you, bitch. It's like, why are all these women married? Okay, I gotta take a wee wee now. What was you saying there? I like a joke as much as the next fat person? What? What does that mean? What does that even mean, though? What does that even mean? Fat people like jokes? I don't get it. I love you know this fat person. Matilda. A smart girl like Matilda would not go home with Miss Honey, because a smart girl like Matilda would figure out Miss Honey is an enabler. She's enabled Trunchbull to be abusive towards children. You have to do a lot of your own mental magicians to get through this story. Like, you have to do a lot of your own mental gymnastics. Now, Miss Honey says they hardly ever appreciate her. I've never seen when they ever appreciated Matilda. What motive did Miss Trunchbull have to killing Mr. Honey? What motive did Miss Trunchbull have to killing Agnes or the fucking Bumblebee? You know, what motive? I mean, who the fuck would want to go to this big house and take over caring for this little girl? I mean, why the fuck would a mean bitch like Trunchbull, who likes to live alone and likes to live by herself, why would some mean bitch like Miss Trunchbull want to kill Bumblebee and then have to take care of this little bitch, Miss Honey? Miss Honey! You know what I mean? I mean, the motive does not make sense at all. Nobody would want that type of responsibility. Would you want that? I would not want to have to do that now. I would not want to go have to take care of a young Miss Honey. So it's like, what the fuck? Why did she kill Mr. Bumblebee? I don't like it when the movie becomes about getting the Lizzie doll out of Miss Trunchbull's house. I think that is a bunch of bullshit. Why is this grown ass woman? This woman has been through college. She has her own cottage. This own cottage in the middle of the forest, baby. She's probably never dated, but this bitch, she's an adult now. Why does she care about a fucking doll? It does not make sense. Now this part's funny. Miss Trunchbull kick away a black cat. Whoever painted the Trunchbull must have had a really strong stomach. A very strong stomach. I never got that joke. Like, what is that joke? Like, what? Like, what did the pie, baby? Number one, people who paint for a living don't give a fuck if their subject is ugly or beautiful. They're not gonna have a strong stomach to paint a Trunchbull. Number two, this picture looks like a fantasy world. I have to question too, like, let's look at that picture again, baby. Look at that picture. Like, she look like, what, like, I'm trying to process. She does not look like she's in the Olympics. She looks like she is in Skyrim, in some sort of a fantasy game. And she's wearing this purple top and this black shorts. And then she's got a spear, and she's in the middle of like a pyramid landscape. And it's like, this is not real. This is fantasy. So the real question is, to me, like, let's learn more about this bitch, Miss Trunchbull. Like, what is this? Like, what was she like back then? What was she thinking about? What was she up to? What was she doing in this picture? Why was she in this pyramid landscape? But I really don't get that joke at all. Like, they have a strong I mean, I get it now because, I mean, we just saw her. We just saw her, like, oh, gross. We saw this big, fat, blubber bitch picking up her car, and strong stomach to look at that on television screen. But someone who had to paint, I don't know why they would have to have a strong stomach to paint like a fat / muscular a fat slash muscular woman. I don't know why they would have to have a strong stomach. I don't think that's a good joke. I think that was trash. Miss Honey is not likable. She is an enabling bitch. She lets kids get abused. And she's basically taken a liking to Matilda because Matilda is smart. I mean, Matilda is the equivalent of a teacher's pet. Which is funny because Matilda is supposed to be, on the concept level, Matilda is supposed to be an outsider. She is not supposed to be a teacher's pet. Now, this is scary. And, you know, the way that Miss Trunchbull, she cuts that huge chunk and says that's her personal snack. Like, I gotta wonder, what's her dessert? You know, like, she's so obsessed with fitness, she's so obsessed with, like, Olympic stuff, but she's got this, like, chocolate cake. And she has the chocolate cake looks good, but she has it as a snack? That's a dessert. Come on. I mean, you gotta at least admit that. Oh, this is scary. Why does she have a room that's, like, filled with trash, and the trash leads down the stairs, and you can't even walk down the stairs? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So she has this room that's, like, it's filled with trash. It just doesn't make sense. And the trash is, like, metal stuff clinking around, and you can't get through it without making a noise. It doesn't make sense. And that's Sophie. Oh, Sophie.
Marco needs to go to bed. Finish it up, hon.
I'm gonna wait till the movie ends. I gotta take another wee-wee. And now, heck all bullshit with that. This is another Dirty Harry moment where it's like, oh, look, he doesn't have a warrant to search this guy's garage, but he's searching it anyway, and he's saying because he's filming stolen parts in there, that's gonna be evidence enough to convict him. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Stop with this Dirty Harry bullshit. I don't have a search warrant. I'm just gonna go in there whether I want, because I want to, because I'm a fucking macho man. Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee 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 Herman. Wouldn't it have been funny if she had gone to an orphanage like the same one that the guy from Silent Night, Deadly Night went to, and she started getting abused, and so then she could become the Mrs. Claus to Mr. Claus in Silent Night, Deadly Night. Because that's what happens. That would have been a better movie. To see Matilda herself become Mrs. Claus. And now we're going to get more of the stupid subplot with her having to get the stupid doll for this grown woman. This grown woman really wants her doll back. In Toy Story, you should not care about your toy if you're 18. If you're 18, then you should just give all your toys away to a little girl. And yet Miss Honey needs that doll, and she's like 40 something. Matilda is talking to the doll, even though the doll is not alive. I don't know if that's like another issue. Like, does Matilda have some sort of a mental illness where she thinks that dolls are alive? Because she's the one who has the power to bring the doll to her, so why is she pretending the doll is alive? It's a huge plot hole the fact that, she got so happy out of nowhere that hair ribbon was there, because that shows that a little girl was in her house. But the thing is that still doesn't explain how the painting flew from one end of the room to the other and hung up itself. A little kid wouldn't be able to do that. A little kid wouldn't be able to do that. So, that had to have been something supernatural. So why, unless there were powers, and I don't think Trunchbull would believe in any powers from kids having that power fuck. So, that's a huge plot hole. And Miss Honey gets a chocolate. And now see, Matilda kind of has a better idea, because Matilda, I'm gonna make fun of this forever. Mr. Magnus, Sophie's asleep now. See, if she didn't come, she was. But Magnus, he had this habit of giving his daughter half of a chocolate, and then he'd eat the bigger half. Well, bitch, Matilda is actually cooler, because Matilda eats an entire chocolate and then gives Miss Honey, her future mother, an entire chocolate as well. And so it's like, what's the deal with this dessert lengthy poo? What does that say though? Like, what does that say? Magnus only gives half of a chocolate. Matilda gives a whole chocolate. Like, you want a whole chocolate. You don't just want half of it. I mean, just imagine how gross that would be. Just imagine if I came up to you. Okay, you guys have never met me, but you'll see me in Super Dumbasses if you watch that video. Just imagine if I went up to you and I took a chocolate and cut it in half and gave half to you. Just imagine how grossed out you would be. You would be like, oh, gross, I'm not gonna eat that. I want a whole chocolate. I mean, it's a tiny little morsel, a tiny succulent large morsels. And I want more than just a little tiny half of it. I want a whole thing. What kind of a chocolate is it anyway? I mean, if this is sorry, I just yawned. That's the first yawn in a commentary, baby. But let's say it's a cherry chocolate, okay? A cherry-filled chocolate. You'd have to tear apart half the cherry if you didn't cut it in half with a knife. She took the chocolate back. I do love this last part, kinda. Not. I will be teaching your class today. Again. Let's talk about that bullshit about no interference with the teaching. Look at how much interference with her teaching is going on right now. No. You know how gross Tumblr people are? Tumblr people be like, I ship Agnes and Agatha. I mean, MAGA. Not MAGA. Magnus and Agatha. Tumblr people are so gross. They be like, I ship Magnus and Agatha. That's the joke. Ha 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 ha. What's the word of the day, bitch? Wind? Wind is the word of the day? What kind of shit is... I got a problem with you, Miss Honey. Miss Honey, why is it that every word of the day is like a noun? I mean, wind, that's a thing. Bumblebee, was that the other one? Bumblebee, butterfly. Butterfly and wind. Like, are those really words that should be words of the day? Shouldn't it be like magnificent or efficient or sufficient or safe or beer? What about beer? Kids need to know about beer sometime, baby. But I think that this is actually a great speech. Like, even if she's a villain, it's actually a good, like, lesson to be learned. If I can remember correctly, baby. Horrible, unexplainable things happen. And they're a test of character. I mean, that's a good lesson. It's just taking out all this. And I have character. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. I mean, obviously you have character. Everyone has character. If they're a living person, they're not robots like the people in Queen of Hearts. Police would not take this bitch seriously. They would say, like, why didn't you complain earlier? I don't care how mean this universe is. This universe has never established that the police are corrupt. Never established that anyone is corrupt, actually, except for Miss Honey. Because Miss Honey is the only person... Okay, and Cookie. So Miss Honey and Cookie are the only people who are actually allowing this illegal abuse to go on. We don't get to see anyone else accept it. We don't get to see Gregory George II tackling against the pack. So, what was I just talking about for the last 5 minutes? And now, she just stepped and spat on the ribbon. That's not going to help with DNA evidence if you want to prove that a kid broke into your house or whatever. I mean, she'll never see the light of day again. Still, it's like, how is that going to happen? Like, how are you going to arrange that? And now that is dark. She broke Miss Honey's arm again. What's going on now? I just don't like this ending. I don't like this. Because it's also a repetition. You know, it's repeating what already happened before. A kid getting thrown out the window. And Miss Honey just letting it happen. I mean, ew, what an evil bitch. I mean, did I even mention the fact that, like, that kid who got thrown out the window in the first time, he got sent to the hospital. You're telling me that they were just okay with this principal throwing a kid out the window? And now she's going straight for the black girl, of course. What a racist bitch Miss Trunchbull is. Bruce Bogtrotter just smeared shit all over her face. But they're like throwing water balloons at her, and it's like, that doesn't... And then they're throwing water balloons at her. That doesn't make any sense. They didn't have time to make water balloons. So I just think that that's really lazy. And then you got this terrible shot where Cookie is standing. Why is Cookie the only other adult out in the hallway, school hallway? She is the cafeteria cook. She should be nowhere to be found at this point. Unless she heard this stuff all the way in the cafeteria. Which we never got... We never got to see the cafeteria kitchen. Throw actual food at her. Throw pudding. Throw something more. Even Matilda's throwing random shit. I mean, how did they have all this random water balloons? It's just... fuck off. They got all these... never... I mean, they said she's never been seen again. How is that possible? Where did Trunchbull go? Man, that leads me to think that they actually say Trunchbull kills herself. Because how in the hell could she never darken a doorway again? Which, I gotta be honest, that's a terrible saying. Because anyone could darken a doorway. Running away from the speedboat salesman FBI agents. Finally, that stupid, dumb plot point is coming to a head. And it's just like random out of nowhere. And they're moving to Guam. It's like, how pathetic is that? Like, these plot lines, they were not developed well. They were just shoehorned in at the last minute. Daddy's not going to be in the auto business anymore. What? And now that's another thing is, what business is the dad going to be in when he gets to Guam? I mean, what happens to the Wormwoods when they get to Guam? I mean, these are questions that I want to know. And I don't think that this movie does a great job of, like, I don't know. Yes, bitch. She's just admitting she loves Matilda in front of her actual parents who adopted her. I mean, Miss Honey's weird. She's like, I love Matilda. Like, ugh, oh, gross. To me, the first decent thing was them allowing her to go to school. I mean, come on. I mean, obviously homeschooling is better, but allowing her to go to school was the first decent thing. See, I told you guys, I have always had a problem with the ending Matilda, but this ending just takes the cake. Let's just break this down. I mean, they said Harry and Zinnia got away. But, like, what about fucking Michael? They never even mentioned the kid. They just said Harry and Zinnia got away. And what the fuck kind of a name is Zinnia? But, eating peanut butter and jelly. Again, like, seriously. How many times is this bitch Matilda gonna eat peanut butter and jelly? Like, seriously, she upset about peanut butter and jelly. Another thing is, like, why is Miss Honey now principal of Crunch and Hall? Like, really? Why? What qualification does she have to be principal of a school? This bitch allows kids to be abused. She's got psychological issues that would have come to front. There's just, God, there's so many questions. The more... And they had to add another school because children never wanted to leave? What the fuck? That is just some bullshit. That is just... Man, I don't care how good your school is. I don't care how nice your teacher is. I don't care how fun your class is. There's no way that you're gonna never want to leave school. Matilda's been having fun the whole fucking movie. I mean, the whole movie Matilda's been having fun. I mean, oh God, this is so dumb. And now, look, having fun means cleaning up. I mean, they're like rearranging the furniture and they're rolling around on the floor and they're doing hula hoops. It's like, that's fun? And they're like rollerblading, but they're not rollerblading. Roller skating. Oh, look, they're both eating their own chocolate. Wow, isn't that a magnificent idea? And she's reading Moby Dick again. Like, Moby Dick is actually some really... Like, she loves Moby Dick. I mean, come on. And now the movie's over. There are some questions that I have now that the movie has been over. I would still say that Matilda is a really good movie.